died, Ragnar said. Badly. Oh, Fiends said. The former Thingman's demeanor twisted in a heartbeat, and all joviality left him. I am sorry. I have failed both him and you. I should have been here. I nodded, but said nothing. I couldn't say anything. I was on the verge of cursing, and I just didn't want to be that, I didn't want to be that guy right then. A lot has transpired, Fiends said, both outside and here. Here is a bit of a guess, Your Grace, because I have been out in the world at your behest. Was it? I asked. I think you requested leave to go? Yes, he blurted. That is certainly a more accurate version. I held a hand up. Let's table this conversation for a moment. You brought new people? Yes. Nikolai was in contact with me, and he, disagreed with the full extent of my quest to return the princess to Coggeshall. He had me visit some of your other lands in your stead and procure citizens and soldiers for you. I looked at the people busy climbing along the canyon, all of whom looked a lot like I had when I first arrived in Coggeshall. Big, strong, mismatched armor, long hair, lots of beards. I recognized a lot of Thingmen who'd originally come with Vian and had also gone back out with him. Most of those who I'd have considered our best soldiers, fighters, people we definitely missed over the last months. Those them? I asked, pretty confident I already knew the answer. Vian glanced over his shoulder, then shook his head. No, Your Grace. Those are some of your sworn men who went with me, and, yes, the rest are waiting outside the tunnel. We thought perhaps something had happened, given, the lack of tunnel at present. There was an issue with the tunnel, yes. A cave-in? Of sorts. Magical explosions delivered by goblins flying on giant bats. Oh, that I should have expected. There was a bit of, goblin incident here. A bit, Ragnar sniped. There was grumbling amongst my people, and I had to give a shut-the-fuck-up glare right quick. I apologize again for not being here, Your Grace, Fiends said. Your Grace, Hitsesta said. I often keep myself out of things within your holding, but I must insert myself to point out how little time you likely have to follow the night goblins and whomever might have been working with them. You know what? I said. Fuck it. Let's go have a fucking meeting and figure out what the fuck I'm doing, and what we're doing. Sorry, Vian, the tunnel's fucked, and we can't deal with it right now. Also, Vian, until Natalie is out of the hospital, you have to come to the meeting and kinda be in charge of the military. I didn't wait for anyone else to agree. The whole thing irritated me, so I wanted to use my ducal prerogative. They'd have to come. Chapter 2. Baltu, Lee, Timmerlin, Harmit, Eliza, and my hearth sat on one side of the table. Lieutenant Mogensen, Vian, S.E., Mercy, and Hitsesta sat on the other. This was my council, at least for the moment. Okay, I said, slamming my palm on the table. Calling the meeting to order. Everyone looked at me. Point 1, obviously the tunnel, I said. How long are we looking before it's open? You want the tunnel first? Harmit asked. Or the wall? If it weren't for Vian's new people— They are not my people, Your Grace, Vian interjected. They are here for you. Purely saying it for clarity, bub, I said. But fine, if there weren't people waiting to get in here, I'd say the wall. What about Herr Fritz? Bear asked. Depends what's on the other side of the mountain, I said. Vian? There were quite a few willing to join your army, Your Grace, Vian said. 400 archers, 500 heavy infantry, 300 light infantry, 50 light cavalry, and 22 heavy cavalry. We have 20 wagons, a portable smithy that does double duty for the farrier, being we also have 200 horses. What the fuck? I asked. Where did all this come from? It appears some of your accounts were in arrears, something to do with quite a few of your counts and barons not exactly paying up when asked via letter. A simple reminder got us offers of coin or men or goods. I did as Nikolai asked and built a bit of an army. They're not, veterans, mind you, and you can't exactly call them all young, but, new would be polite. More rusted armor, scavenged swords and arms than I'd like, but there are a few notable warriors in the midst. Low level, but